Our path is really about helping organizations scale their infrastructure. In today's world, people have gone from hundreds of machines to tens of thousands of machines. It's unusual for me to talk to a customer anymore that's not approaching 1,000 machines. It's extremely likely that I'm talking to someone with tens of thousands of machines. And if you really look at what's happened over the years, we've gone from a physical environment whose size was growing linearly, and then we came in and we started putting in virtualization. So this is number of servers. When virtualization came in, every physical machine becomes 4 virtual machines. So you end up doing this disconnect. You get more rapid growth because of that mapping. When you bring in physical machines at the same rate, you get a higher rate of growth of virtual machines. And you have a disconnect where suddenly you have 4 times the number of machines you did 2 months ago. Cloud's going to increase that even more. You're going to get another disconnect. You're going to get even faster growth when with a click of a mouse you can provision a machine. What's all this mean? What's it really mean? It means where 10 years ago people were managing hundreds of machines. Today they're managing thousands of machines, thanks to horizontal scale out Intel architecture and operating systems like Linux, which scale very easily within organizations. And in cloud environments, 10,000 machines is going to become normalized. The price of computation goes down, the number of machines goes up. Well, every organization in the world measures sysadmins very simply. They look at how many machines can be run by a single sysadmin. They find their hiring plans by figuring out how many sysadmins they need. That defines, the number of machines they need. That defines the number of sysadmins they need. This is linear scaling with number of machines. This is nonlinear scaling in number of instances that are deployed. Unless you truly expect your organization to hire new sysadmins exponentially, then you have to change the story. You cannot any longer drive your team by this ratio. The only way to break away from that ratio is through automation. Our path allows automation to match the needs of scale. Unfortunately, this isn't the only kind of change that's happening in organizations. Organizations are also seeing increasing diversity. So if you look at the number of platforms that people are supporting, it used to be people might support Linux and Windows, and they might support BEA and .NET. Well, now they're supporting Django for the Python users. They're supporting Ruby on Rails for the Ruby world. Maybe even inside the Java stack, they're going to solutions like Spring. The number of platforms that are being supported, the number of XML components that are coming from the Apache Foundation, the number of frameworks are all increasing very rapidly. I talk to organizations that regularly, for every new project that's started, they pick a different set of tools to do that on. The IT staff is handed complexity. They're handed new frameworks, new tools, new languages, maybe even on new operating systems as Linux starts to go to RHEL, tools like CentOS, Novell, maybe even things like Ubuntu. The number of things that IT organizations are being asked is scaling. It's starting to increase. You're not just able to define BEA on Red Hat as your platform anyway. You have this whole world that you're having to live in. Now, as you have this kind of complexity tied to exponential scaling of the number of system images, the need to do scalable change management increases dramatically. The need to do automation through change management increases dramatically. It's frankly the only way you're going to be able to afford to live in this kind of world. Tying all of this into a version repository, into a centralized software distribution hub, gives you the ability to take all of the frameworks and all of the components that your developers are demanding, put them into a central location, and automatically deploy those into scalable infrastructure, whether it's 100 machines or 10,000 machines living in EC2.